visiting Florida from out of state, Georgia, North Carolina, New York, Michigan, and you get in a car accident while you are visiting, what are your next steps and how is everything going to work? That's what we're going to cover in this video. We have represented lots of clients in this scenario, and they're a little bit more complex and nuanced than your typical case, which involves Florida residents. But some things that you need to know that are important if you're visiting and you're in a car crash while you're here in Florida. Number one, Florida laws are going to apply to the case. And so almost certainly you're going to need a Florida lawyer to handle the case. And so many car accident cases are actually settled before moving into the court system. But if you have to file a lawsuit because the insurance company is being unfair on your case, you're going to need a Florida licensed attorney to do so. So usually the best advice is to start with a Florida attorney. In that scenario, they're going to be more familiar with obviously the laws here in Florida, but also the court system and how things work. The second thing to know is obviously here in Florida, we have laws that apply for insurance purposes. And so it could be a scenario where your insurance policy says one thing and the at-fault party's insurance policy says another. Working through those details to make sure that your rights are protected is something that's pretty specialized. And again, you're going to want Florida specific counsel to advise you on those matters. And lastly, what we've seen a lot is insurance adjusters. If somebody is hurt here in Florida and they're from another state, sometimes they try to take advantage of the situation and they try to offer an early settlement in the process, hoping you'll take it just to avoid the hassle and the ambiguity and the uncertainty of dealing with things from separate states. But that's almost never the best choice. If they're offering you an early settlement, usually you want to turn that down. They probably will offer you a few $1,000s and then they'll say, hey, we'll get you this money right away to help with things. And then they'll send you this document, which is called a release, and they'll ask you to electronically sign that document. And some people don't realize that if they take the money and they sign that document, they're actually giving up any future rights to the claim, no matter what happens, right? So we've seen this before and it's really, really unfortunate. And so take your time, at least consult with a Florida attorney. If you're in this scenario and you've been offered money and asked to sign this document, at least consult with a Florida lawyer to see what your options are moving forward.